Welcome to the subject database management system. Today's session is session number 38 and topic is entity integrity, referential integrity and foreign keys. The entity integrity constraint states that no primary key value can be null. This is because the primary key value is used to identify individual tuples in a relation. Point number 3, having null values for the primary key implies that we cannot identify some tuples. Point number 4, for example, if two or more tuples had null for their primary keys, we may not be able to distinguish them if we try to reference them from other relations. Referential integrity constraints. Key constraints and entity integrity constraints are specified on individual relations. The point number 2. The referential integrity constraint is specified between two relations and is used to maintain the consistency among tuples in two relations. Point number 3. Informally, the referential integrity constraint states that a tuple in one relation that refers to another relation must refer to an existing tuple in that relation. For example, in figure 5.6, the attribute department number DNO of employee gives the department number for which each employee works. Hence, its value in every employee tuple must match the D number value of some tuple in department relation. Referential integrity constraints. To define referential integrity more formally, first we define concept of foreign key. The conditions, point number 6, the condition for a foreign key given below specifies a referential integrity constraints between the two relation schemas R1 and R2. Point number 7, a set of attributes Fk in relation schema R1 is a foreign key of R1 that references the relation R2 if it satisfies following rules. Referential integrity constraint rules. The attributes in Fk, that is foreign key, have the same domains as the primary key attribute Pk of R2. The attributes Fk are set to reference or refer to the relation R2. Point number 2. A value of Fk in a tuple T1 of the current state R1 of R either occurs as a value of Pk or some tuple T2 in the current state R2 of R2 or is null. In the former case, we have T1Fk equal to T2Pk, and we say that the tuple T1 references or refers to tuple T2. Referential integrity constraint. In this definition, R1 is called the referencing relation and R2 is the referenced relation. If these two conditions hold, a referential integrity constraints from R1 to R2 is said to hold. Number two, in database of many relations, there are usually many referential integrity constraints. Referential integrity constraints, we can diagrammatically display referential integrity constraints by drawing a directed arc from each foreign key to the relation it references. For clarity, the arrowhead may point to primary key of the reference relation. Figure 5.7 that we'll see in the next slide shows schema in figure 5.5 with the referential integrity constraints displayed in this manner. Students, this is referential integrity constraint displayed in company relational database. You can find here that is SSN is the primary key of employee and it is going to be foreign key as super SSN as ESSN in other relations. Similarly, D number is a primary key in department and it is going to be foreign key with DNO in employee tuple. Also, it is going to be foreign key as DNUM in project. Okay, and also it is going to be D number, a foreign key in department locations. Now, project number P number is a primary key in the project, whereas it is foreign key as PNO in works on, like that. All integrity constraints should be specified on the relation database schema, that is specified as part of its definition. If we want the DBMS to enforce these constraints on the database states, point number two. Hence, the DDL, that is data definition language, includes provisions for specifying the various types of constraints so that the DBMS can automatically enforce them. Integrity constraints and SQL. In SQL, that is structured query language, the create table statement of the SQL DDL, that is data definition language, allows the definition of primary key, unique key, not null, entity integrity, and referential integrity constraints among other constraints. Students, I'll be sending PDF and you can write it, okay, in your notebook. We'll stop here. Thank you.